Hey friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be answering questions. So I've got 6 questions from Instagram that I'm going to answer in this video. So if you're interested to find out what those are, stay tuned. Thank you again for joining me for another video. Before we begin, as always, we've got 40% off any or all of our raw vegan recipe ebooks. So if you're looking to add more raw food to your life, some fun new recipes, or just adding more raw, you don't have to be a raw vegan to enjoy them. Get 40% off. The code is rawfood40 and the link is in the description box below. If you like videos like this, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell if you want to get notifications sent directly to you. So let's start. We've got 6 questions today that I'm going to answer here for you. These came from Instagram. I asked a question sticker and I got a lot of questions. So let's go through 6 of them today. The first question is, Lissa, what do you do for your skincare? So I love my skincare. I do a lot for my skin. It is probably my most favorite part of the day is doing my skincare routine. But before I go into that, my skin is healthier because not of what I put on it, but what I put into my body. I eat a raw diet, I drink a lot of water, I stay hydrated, and I eat a load of variety. So I've built my gut microbiome up to a really high level where it has really helped my skin. It's also helped get rid of my candida, which I think was part of the problems that I was having with skin way back in the day. So number 1, diet. Number 2, well actually, let's say number 1 is sleep. Sleep is probably more important than diet. They tie pretty much, but sleep I would say is that much more. But sleep for sure is number 1 top. Making sure that I get adequate sleep, quality sleep, and quantity sleep is super important for my skincare. Then of course it's diet, making sure that we're eating enough, eating loads of fiber, because fiber is going to trap those toxins and pull them out through your colon instead of coming out through your skin. It also helps to balance estrogen and cholesterol and stuff like that. So that really helps with skin as well. Staying hydrated is incredibly important. Exercising is super important. Getting an adequate amount of vitamin D is important. So there's a lot of things that we can do. Stress relief is so important. Stress can bring all kinds of skin issues. So those are some really important things. But then when it comes to skincare, I really love Osea products, Osea Malibu. It's a vegan skincare line from the sea. They have like vegan collagen and all kinds of really great products. I use a lot of their products. You can find a link in the description box below for Osea if you're interested in checking out the website. Everything's vegan, so you don't have to worry. You just buy anything you want and you don't have to read the ingredients because you know everything's vegan. Another brand that I really like is Algenist, which you can get at Sephora. I really like them, and I really like Eminence Organics. Now, Eminence does not have all vegan products. They do have some stuff that aren't vegan. I just don't use those products, but they do say on their website if it's vegan or not. So I do choose the vegan items, and I really like that. I do a good cleanse and then exfoliate, of course. I do use a micro needler. It's from Beauty Bio, again from Sephora. And I'll do that like maybe a couple times a month. I'll do a good micro needle session. I just got a home microdermabrasion. I've only used it once, so I'm not too sure about that yet. I do red light therapy as well, you know, the serums and the creams, and I just really enjoy that. I don't do it because I have to do it. I do it because I enjoy spending the time massaging my face and all of that. So the products I use change. You know, I like certain ones, I'll try out other ones, but usually those 3 brands are my go-tos, which I use a lot of. But I'll post in the description box below what I'm using right now as some of my favorite skincare. Again, it's probably gonna change in a month or 2 because I like to try other brands, and I'll try different eye cream or try something else from someone else just to see. As long as it's vegan, I'm game, I'll use it. Next question, do you weigh your food? How do I know I'm eating enough? That's a good question, because a lot of people think that when they start eating healthy, they have to weigh their food. I don't weigh my food. The only time I weigh my food is if I'm making a recipe that requires specific weights for ingredients. because the weights actually determine the outcome of the recipe. So I do make sure that I weigh what I'm putting into the blender in order to get the proper result. I don't weigh it for any reason other than that. I just want to make the proper recipe, so I do weigh that. But as for learning how much you need, I really highly recommend checking out Chronometer. www.chronometer.com, and start entering the foods that you eat every day and learn about how much calories you're eating, how much fat percentage you're eating, the nutrition that's in the food you're eating, and start to learn about what you're putting into your body. And over time, you'll learn how much you need to eat to get, say, 2,000 calories on a raw diet. You'll learn how much you need to eat to maintain a 10% total calories from fat intake or something like that. It's really important to learn about the food that you're putting into your body. So when it comes to weights, I don't really weigh anything other than for a recipe, but I'll just say like, oh, if I'm eating an apple, one apple in Chronometer is about 100 calories. So I just rough estimate it because everything's going to be different. Depends on the season. It depends on how ripe things are. Everything's going to be different. Chronometer is just kind of a rough estimate ballpark of getting to know the food that you're eating. Obviously, organic, for example, is going to have a little bit more minerals. I mean, sometimes conventional has more minerals and stuff in it than organic. So honestly, it's more of an average. It's just there as a tool to help you learn about how much you need and what that looks like. Lissa, how much does a raw diet cost? Ooh, good question. So a raw diet is going to be incredibly dependent on multiple factors. I cannot say how much it's going to cost for anybody because everybody is going to have different access to different places. They're going to be in different seasons, in different locations in the world, shopping at different stores. So everything's going to play a role in the cost. Now, things are going to be more expensive if you buy exclusively organic, as opposed to maybe some organic and some conventional. They're going to be more expensive if you exclusively shop at Whole Foods instead of maybe splitting it up and buying more stuff at other stores. Or not exploring your neighborhood or your city to find other stores that are amazing. Like, we love the Mexican markets. They have some amazing deals on some amazing fruit. So in the summertime, we can get 6 mangoes for $1. But that's in the summertime. That's another thing that's going to play a role is the season. If you're buying a lot of stuff out of season, it's going to be more expensive than if you're buying things that are ripe and in season and they're in abundance. It's going to be less money. If you're buying things wholesale or not, that's going to make a difference. Depending on your location, certain areas of the world have cheaper certain things, right? So it really depends on so many different factors. I cannot say how much a raw vegan diet is going to be for you. You have to start eating more raw and discover that for yourself and look for deals, look for sales, buy in bulk, go to wholesalers and make it work. If that's what you really want, then go slow, add more raw, and work within your finances, your location, the season you're in, and work from that instead of trying to be all raw. If it's too much of a challenge for you, do it as best you can. All right, next up, legumes like lentils are really healthy. Why don't you eat them? Well, I actually do eat them. I love lentils. I think they are incredibly healthy, and I agree with the plant-based doctors who are saying lentils are really great for longevity diets. The only thing is, I don't cook them, I sprout them. So we make a lot of lentil sprouts. We eat lentil sprouts nearly every single day, at least a cup, sometimes 2, if we have an abundance of them. But lentils are definitely a staple in our diet. We also sprout all different kinds of other things like peas and mung beans, broccoli, radish, alfalfa. We do a lot of sprouts in our diet because we do believe that they are very, very healthy. And once you sprout a seed, the fat percentage goes way down and the protein and the vitamins and minerals go up. They're easier to digest, and so why not get the best of them and eat them when they're alive? Next up, Lissa, do we need to exercise when we are on a raw diet? Yes, exercise is so important on any diet. It doesn't matter. We need to be moving our bodies at least once a day, if not more. If we can, get out, go for a walk, jump on the trampoline, go dancing, whatever you want to do, as long as you enjoy it and it's going to get you to move your body, go and do it. It is a very important part of any diet, like I said, especially a raw diet. And when you do add more exercise, it is recommended that you also increase your calories just to make sure that you have enough for compensating for the exercise that you do. And final question for the day, Lissa, what are the pros and cons of a raw food diet? So pros, let's see, it's super hydrating. It's really easy to clean, unless you're making something a little bit more kind of recipe intensive, but that can be on a cooked food diet too. A cooked food diet can be easy or hard, so can a raw diet. So no different, but I find it to be really easy, hydrating. It's easy cleanup, super easy cleanup. Feels great on the body. It's helped me to heal so many things, and it's improved my gut microbiome as well. It's creative. I'm eating way more variety than I ever have in my whole life, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. So those are my pros for a raw diet. I'm sure there's so many more. I'm just not able to think of them all right off the bat right now. But for cons, I would say, depending on your time or your finances, it could be a little challenging to make it work. But again, that could be any diet anyways. It could be challenging depending where you live, your finances, your time that you have available. But also, it can be a little challenging on a raw diet to eat enough. That would probably be a con, I guess. Not really a con because we love to eat, so that could be a pro. I love to eat, so I get to eat a lot. But a con could be that he was having a nap and now he wants to go out. So I'll finish this up really quick. But a con could be that it's really easy to undereat, so you might end up with nutritional deficiencies if you don't eat enough. So make sure that you eat enough to eliminate that con. And I would say another con would be dealing with people or negativity surrounding my diet, or having to defend myself constantly about what I eat, what I choose to eat. That would be another con for raw, but I really don't feel like there are a whole bunch of cons in my perspective. I'm sure everyone's going to be different, but those would be the ones I'd share right now. But thank you so much for joining me for this video. Gotta let Raja go into the living room. Thank you for joining, and if you liked this video, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell if you want to get notifications sent to you whenever I post a new video. Don't forget, we also have 40% off any or all of our raw vegan recipe ebooks, including my brand new hand salads ebook if you want to make raw vegan wraps and add some more fun raw foods to your diet. Everything, like I said, is 40% off. The code is rawfood40. Link is on the screen or in the description box below. So until the next video, thank you for joining again. I love you all so much, and fruit on.